What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Dylan Grubb here with Extreme.Outdoorsmen. If you guys are new here to the channel, make sure to go hit that subscribe button for me. Help me at 11,000 subs. I would really appreciate it. But in today's video, actually, I'm just getting out here and it is a beautiful, beautiful day here. It's super hot. It's probably around like 70, 80 degrees here in Michigan. And it's Sunday today. I'm just enjoying my day out here on the water. And as you guys know, I am out here on Lake X and I actually forgot my trolling motor today. So I'm going to be trying to get around this lake with these oars. So it's going to be pretty tough. It's a little windy today too. So I'm going to bust it out. Hopefully I can get on some big fish today, but I'm probably going to be throwing around some frogs today, maybe some spinner baits. Just getting out here, making a couple casts, trying to make a cool video for you guys and just enjoying my day out here on the lake. Like I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Michigan, so should be pretty fun. I'm going to be throwing around, like I said, frogs, spinner baits, jigs, pretty much just trying to get on a couple fish and enjoy my day. So hopefully you guys enjoy today's video. If you guys know Lake X, me and my dad usually come out here every year and catch a ton of big bass. We've caught some absolute giants out here, a bunch of 4s, 5s, a couple 6s or 7 pounders, I don't know. We usually don't bring the scale out here, so just because when we bring that scale, guys, we don't catch any big ones, but when we don't have the scale, it seems like we always have luck and catch like a 5-6 pounder, maybe a 7. I don't really know. I've caught some pretty big ones out here, and hopefully we can get her done today and catch a couple fish for you guys. So let's get right into the video. We'll see you guys here in a sec on the GoPro. So guys, I'm actually just getting out here to the lake and I am super excited to be out here. It's a beautiful day today. It's around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Getting out here a little late, but I think the afternoon bite is going to be absolute fire here for top water fishing. I got a bunch of pads here and I'm starting off throwing this Googan Squad mini filthy frog. I've been doing pretty good lately on this thing. I got a bunch of different colors from bullfrog to bone to a couple different ones. I think there's another one called leopard frog, but it's a beautiful day here on Lake X. If you guys know this little lake, I have been coming out here a lot lately the past couple of years, just catching a ton of big bass here with my dad. So I'm just throwing this frog around, hopefully get on a big bass today, but right now I'm basically just throwing it out and just almost reeling it in super, super slow, or you can pause it, pop it a couple times, just see how those fish want it. I've caught them both ways, from just casting out and reeling in a frog super slow. They don't always want it just sitting there. Sometimes they want to chase it. So just work these frogs a bunch of different ways, guys. Just try to find out how the fish want your frog, because seems like in this lake I never really get them when they're just sitting there. I usually get the big bass just reeling it super slow through the pads. But also, guys, when you're reeling that frog right over the pads, wherever you see a little area where there's no pads, a little open water, stop it right there. Just let it pause for a sec, and maybe that fish that was chasing it will finally see it come out of the pads and will just destroy it. But right now, like I said, I'm getting out here. I actually forgot my little trolling motor today, so I'm using these oars, and it's a little windy, so it's kind of a pain in the butt, but I'm gonna try to get her done today and get on a big bass. Just because I forgot my trolling motor doesn't mean I'm gonna not get out. Oh, fish on. On the mini frog, guys, and it's a mini bass. First fish of the day. I am just getting out here. I think that was like my 3rd cast, and check that fish out, guys. He absolutely swallowed that mini frog. I'm throwing that Googan Squad mini filthy frog. It's the bullfrog color, and I was just throwing right over those pads right there. I think these are dead pads. I don't know if they're spraying the lake right now to get rid of some of these pods, but He chased it all the way through those pods, and right when it got to an open spot, he hammered it. But pretty cool fish, guys. Good way to start the day. Not a giant, but we were just getting out here, like I said, and hopefully we can land a giant today. There's some monsters in this little lake. So cool fish, guys. Gonna put him back. All right, see ya, buddy. Woo! I love when they do that. Come on, big bass. I know you're in here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Oh, dang it, right when I said that. That was freaking crazy. There's a lot of big fish in here, guys. If you have been watching my channel over the past year, you obviously know there's big bass here on Lake X. But I actually just called one out right there. That was kind of cool. Just throwing this frog right along those lily pads in the open water here. You don't always need to throw frogs in the lily pads. Sometimes those bass are just hanging around open water, just cruising around, and they're not always in that thick stuff. So a lot of guys don't always throw frogs in the open water. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about throwing frogs in open water, and I've been catching a lot in open water, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But I just had one right there. That was pretty cool. Hopefully land a big one today. I'm gonna be throwing this frog around for a little while, and then maybe a spinner bait, because it's just a little light breeze today, a little light wind. So that's perfect conditions to throw a spinner bait right into that shoreline over there where it's windy. So I'm gonna be throwing this around for a little while, then once I get over there, throw that spinner bait. Oh, there was one. He just missed it. Oh. Well, guys, I don't know if you saw that, but I just cast it up by these pads, just railing it super slow, and I just had a big hit. I'm gonna see if he'll hit it again. Come on. Big bass. Gonna make a couple more casts in there. He hit it hard. He didn't get hooked though. Oh, there was one. There he is. What the heck? Check that tiny bass out, guys. That is an absolute dinker on the mini filthy frog. That's hilarious. That's probably as big as my hand. He wanted the filthy frog though, that's for sure. Just casting around these pads. But check that fish out. It's a freaking dink. Right there on that mini frog, guys. He wanted it. Well, see you later. Where's your mama at? 5-6 pounder. Come on, big bass, where you at? Gotta let this fish go. There he goes, back into the pads. Another one, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him out. He just dove down into the weeds. He's on still though. Come on, get out of there. I can't get up that shallow. Oh, got him. Dang, a bunch of dinkers today, guys. I don't know what's going on. Check that one out. I actually saw a little splash over there, so I cast it over there and he drilled it. That's an absolute dink. No joke. Check that fish out. It's about twice as long as a frog. But pretty crazy day out here on Lake X. It's usually the other way around, only catching mondos, but I guess today's the day I'm catching all dinks. You're not always gonna catch the big ones, guys. Still pretty fish, but gonna let him go. There he goes. Oh, there's one. Fish on. He's down in the weeds. They keep diving down. They know they can get off like that. Get out of the weeds. He's pulling the whole boat. Come on. Usually if you just let them sit there for a minute, they'll swim out of the weeds on their own. Just hold your line tight and they'll get out of the weeds. I'm just working this little area right here. There's a little open water over here. And then there's a couple different pads right here. I'm just throwing right on the edge. And I can still feel him on. He's just down in the weeds, tucked down there. He's way down there. That's usually what they do when they try to get off. They just dive down into the weeds trying to get whatever is in their mouth out. But he's also wrapped around a bunch of different lily pads. It's not a giant. I saw him come out of the water. Come on, get out of there. Dang, he's super wrapped up in the weeds. I guess I'm gonna have to stick my hand down there. Oh, there he is. Oh, dang it, he's off. Come on. Well, that's disappointing. He ran himself right into that lily pad and got off. Come on. I need a big bass in the boat. Fish on the clickbait, little guy again. Bunch of dinkers today, it's crazy, guys. Fish on. Seems like the biggest of the day, but it's a pretty decent one, I guess. Looks like the biggest of the day, probably a 1 pounder. Check that out, guys, on the Googan Squad mini frog. I was just popping it right through those lily pads right there, and I was actually looking over here. I heard a splash, and I was just watching over in these pads, and then I look back and my frog's just gone, and I see my line taken off. But pretty cool, guys. Not the bass I'm looking for, but it's definitely fun getting out here and just setting the hook on these fish, guys. They're, like I said, you're not always gonna catch big fish, so just enjoy it when you can. When you get that one giant on, really enjoy that moment, because you're not always gonna catch big fish, guys. I've been catching a lot of dinks lately out here, and it's been pretty tough, but it's still fun getting out here casting. You never know, every single time you cast, it could be the big one. But see ya. I don't even know what to say, guys. We had a pretty tough day out here today on Lake X. I probably fished for around 3 or 4 hours, just rowing around this whole thing. It's been pretty tough. My shoulders are on fire today. Like I said, I forgot my trolling motors, so I had to use these oars all day, and it was pretty tough, especially with this little wind. But we managed to catch a couple fish, and that is better than getting a big fat zero, the skunk. But it was pretty fun out here. I think I caught maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 dinkers. I think my biggest one was around like a 1 pounder. So it was pretty tough, guys. But it's still fun getting out here, trying to find that giant Lake X bass. They're out here, guys. They're probably just super deep right now. I was working that clickbait, the Googan Squad clickbait, throwing it out deep and just buzzing it off bottom, seeing if I could get anything on that. But I actually caught 1 or 2 on the buzz, or on the clickbait, so that was pretty cool. But most of my fish came off that mini filthy frog. But hopefully we can get out here another day and maybe get on that giant bass. But really appreciate you guys watching today's video. Make sure to drop a comment below, some video ideas you want me to do, whatever you guys think. I love reading through the comments. And also go hit that thumbs up. It really helps my views and everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and we will see you in the next one. Stay tuned, guys.